The morning sun blazed down on Fifth Avenue as Marcus Chen stood beside his silver Lamborghini, staring at the smoke rising from under the hood. His perfectly pressed white shirt was already damp with sweat, his carefully styled hair falling out of place. "Damn it," he muttered, pulling out his phone. Dead battery, of course. A crowd had gathered, phones out, recording. Marcus felt his face flush. Here he was, Marcus Chen, the tech billionaire whose face graced magazine covers, helpless on the side of the road. "Need some help?" The voice came from behind him. Marcus turned to see a black man in his late 50s, weathered face, clothes that had seen better days. A worn canvas bag sat at his feet. "I doubt it," Marcus said dismissively. "This car costs more than most houses." The man smiled, unfazed. "Money doesn't fix everything, son. Pop the hood." Something in his voice made Marcus step back. The man moved forward, his hands confident as they reached into the engine. Within seconds, he was loosening connections, checking fluids, his movements precise and practiced. "You know cars?" Marcus asked, suddenly curious. "Used to own the best auto shop in Detroit. That was before life threw me some curves." His hands never stopped moving. "Name's Raymond. And you're that tech guy, aren't you? Saw you on a newspaper someone left at the shelter." Marcus felt a strange discomfort. This man had nothing, yet there was no bitterness in his voice. "There's your problem," Raymond said, pointing to a loose cable. "Simple fix, really. Just needs reconnecting." He worked quietly, then stepped back. "Try it now." Marcus slid into the driver's seat. The engine roared to life, smooth and perfect. He got out slowly, staring at Raymond. "How much do I owe you?" Raymond was already picking up his bag. "Nothing. Just passing along a kindness someone showed me once. Wait." Marcus reached for his wallet, pulled out several $100 bills. "Please, take it." Raymond looked at the money, then at Marcus's face. He took a single 20. "This'll get me a warm meal and a shower at the community center. The rest you keep, or better yet, give it to someone who needs it more than me." He started to walk away, but Marcus called out, "Wait, why did you help me? I was rude to you." Raymond turned back, his eyes holding something Marcus couldn't quite name. "Wisdom, maybe. Peace. Because 30 years ago I was where you are. Successful, important. Then I lost my wife to cancer, spent everything trying to save her, lost my business, lost my home, lost myself." He paused. "I learned something on these streets, Marcus. We're all one bad day away from needing help, and we're all one good deed away from saving someone." Marcus felt something crack inside his chest. "I have a proposal. Come work for me. I'll set you up, get you back on your feet." Raymond shook his head gently. "You're not listening. I don't need saving. I'm exactly where I need to be, learning what I need to learn." He smiled. "But you, son, you look like someone who's got everything except what matters. What's that? You'll figure it out." Raymond walked away, disappearing into the morning crowd. Marcus stood there for a long time, the engine still running, the crowd dispersing, his mind racing. That night, Marcus couldn't stop thinking about Raymond's words. He'd spent 15 years building his empire, barely seeing his family, missing his daughter's childhood, divorcing his wife because he was never home. He had everything, and nothing. The next morning, Marcus drove back to that same street. He found Raymond sitting on a bench sharing a sandwich with another homeless man. "I want to learn," Marcus said simply. Raymond looked up, surprised. "Learn what? What you know? What makes a man who has nothing more at peace than a man who has everything?" Raymond studied him for a long moment. Then he patted the bench beside him. "Sit down, then. Lesson 1. Slow down enough to see people." For the next 3 months, Marcus spent his mornings with Raymond. Not giving him money or offers, just learning to listen, learning to see the people he'd walked past his entire life, learning that success without connection was just expensive loneliness. Raymond taught him to fix things with his hands, to value a conversation over a contract, to measure wealth not in dollars but in moments that mattered. One morning, Marcus arrived to find Raymond's spot empty. Panic seized him. He searched for hours, finally finding him at a hospital, weak but smiling. "Heart's giving out," Raymond said softly. "It's time." Marcus felt tears he hadn't cried in 20 years. "You can't go. I just found you." "No, son, you just found yourself. I was just a mirror." Raymond squeezed his hand. "Now go use what you learned. Be rich in ways that matter." Raymond passed that evening, peaceful and surrounded by the shelter friends Marcus had met over those months at the funeral. Marcus met Raymond's daughter, who'd been estranged for years. Through tears, she told Marcus her father had called her 2 months ago, said he'd met someone who reminded him why forgiveness mattered. They'd reconciled before he died. Marcus established the Raymond Miller Foundation that month, but it wasn't just another charity. It was automotive training programs for the homeless, second chance employment, family counseling. Real help, not just money. He cut his work hours in half, reconnected with his daughter, learned she loved vintage cars. Together, they restored a 1967 Mustang in their garage, hands greasy, hearts full. Years later, Marcus would tell people that a homeless man saved his life on Fifth Avenue. Not by fixing his car, but by showing him what was broken inside himself. Success, Raymond had taught him, isn't what you build, it's who you become while building it. And the richest thing you can own is a life that matters to someone else. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment telling us about a time someone's kindness changed your perspective. Your story might inspire someone else today.